Making a commitment to something. What does it really mean to make a commitment to something that you're pursuing in life? Be it a hobby, a career, a job path, moving up at your job. Whatever it may be, what commitment and sacrifice are you making to get there? What are you giving up and what are you losing by making the sacrifice to pursue that? And you have to ask yourself, is this sacrifice something that I want? Is it something that's going to better my life? Is it something that's going to make me a better person? And should I go through with this? Am I doing it because other people tell me I should? Or am I doing it because I want to? And should you keep doing it because if other people are telling you how you should live your life and what you should be, then you should think about and reconsider what it is that you're pursuing. If you're not living your life for yourself, for you, then who's living it for you? So the commitments that you're making and the sacrifices that you're making to pursue that goal, that hobby, those ideas, that career, that success, what commitment are you making? And if you're pursuing something in life that isn't something that helps improve who you are, that doesn't help improve what you are on the path and the journey to that, think about the sacrifices that you're making. If you're moving towards something in life, be it a career or a goal or a hobby or a passion you have, what sacrifices are you making? Are you giving up family time, time with your friends? Are you cutting back hours at a certain job to work more on this? Are you having to put in more hours than you normally do if you weren't pursuing this passion, this goal? How much of a sacrifice are you making? And how much of a sacrifice are you willing to make to get there? Is it worth it to you? You have to ask yourself that. Is what you're pursuing, is it worth the sacrifice and the commitment? If the answer is no, is it because you're afraid of failing? You're afraid of starting over? You're afraid of all the hard work that it might be required for you to get there? Or are you saying it because you might lack the motivation to do so, because you haven't trained your mind or your body to handle that much of a commitment and sacrifice? If you're an athlete or somebody that's having to make the sacrifice of eating a certain way, of having to train and exercise at a certain time every single day, day in and day out, over and over, you make that a habit. And once you make something a habit and you keep doing that over and over every day, it doesn't get so hard after a while. At first, it's extremely difficult. It's a hard commitment to make. But after you do it for so long, you get to the point to where you can't go through a day without doing that. I've seen athletes or even artists and other people that have a passion or a hobby. They do that so much that they can't think of their life without it. They don't know what it would be like to not pursue that, because it's a big part of who they are. It's a big part of what makes them what they are. The time that I had my leg injuries and I was pursuing something that I had spent most of my life working towards, and then I lost that, I felt lost in myself, because that was the thing that I've been working towards. But because of the learning experience and the commitment I made to it, I used that to my advantage to push myself in other areas of life. And I started drawing more. And I just kept trying and trying. Even though I didn't feel that I was that talented, I didn't think that I had some type of skill that was better than the people around me. And I didn't go around trying to compare myself so much. I didn't let the lack of skill or any excuse like that hold me back from trying to be better. I made the commitment to myself to improve, to be better than what I was yesterday. Because sometimes the only person you have is yourself. The only thing you have to compare to is yourself. If you're doing better today than you were yesterday, you're on the right path. Keep going down that path. Keep going down that road in that direction. And keep pushing yourself. Strive to be better. And make that commitment. Don't seek happiness in the moment or in the future just for some small amount of enjoyment, to where you'll make a big sacrifice for a small amount of enjoyment just in that moment or for what might be coming up, and yet you sacrifice so much in the long term for the things that you could be. Let's say you're someone that is really into, powerlifting, and you have a meet coming up, and you tell yourself, hey, I want to be able to lift 600 pounds for deadlifts, or I want to be able to squat 500, or I want to be able to bench press 315 pounds. You have to make the commitment to it. You have to make the sacrifice to get there. So what are you sacrificing to achieve that goal? What is it you're giving up in other areas of your life to try to achieve that? You've got to weigh those options, whatever it may be that you have. And if the time comes that you want to meet that goal, and let's say the next day you have your meet, and your goal is to lift that amount of weight, yet the day before you eat really bad, you eat foods that are detrimental to your improvement, to your strength, and then you don't feel very good the next day, and then you don't have the energy to do much of anything, and then you go in to do the lift and you're put into a certain category of how much you're going to lift based on what weight class it is you're lifting in. And let's say your weight has fluctuated a lot, and now you're lifting in a different weight class that is higher than what you were before. And so now what you did before to even place, you have to do even more than your own personal record, and yet at the same time you don't feel good. In that exact moment the day before, you made the sacrifice to have the enjoyment in the moment, yet you sacrifice so much in the future for that. And the same goes for what you're sacrificing right now for the future success that you can have. But the dilemma that we come across sometimes in life is sacrificing so much of the future that we get to a point to where we can't be happy with the current moment and what's happening. You want to be able to also enjoy what you're doing right now in life. You want to be able to enjoy the moment, because then if what you're pursuing doesn't work out, you don't want to get into a position to where you think back, I wish I could have had all those years back, all those years and all that time back, so that I could be happy. And then you might feel like it was a wasted time, and then you have regrets, and then you think to yourself, was that commitment and sacrifice worth it? Was it worth giving up all that time with my friends? Was it worth giving up all that time with my family? Was it worth giving up all these other hobbies and interests that I had to pursue that one thing, that one path? Because when you do something, when you have a passion, when you have a hobby, and do it because you want to do it, Don't do it because other people tell you to. Figure out who you are in life. Figure out what you want, what makes you happy, before you go out there and try to tell the world around you how to live their life. Organize your daily activities in your life before you try to help everyone else. Because if you don't, people are going to see that. How can you help some other people if you can't even help yourself? And what commitment are you making? What sacrifice have you made to do so? Because at the end of the day, you can help people as much as you want, and you can do everything you can to help others, and you can find enjoyment in that. But you have to find something within yourself to improve who you are. If I want to keep getting better at drawing, I might have to make the commitment and sacrifice to give up sitting around watching movies, or to give up watching videos endlessly, or I might have to give up using my phone so much, texting random people, or I might have to tell some friends, hey, I don't have as much time to spend with you. I'm still going to talk to you, but I have something that I'm pursuing. And the friends that are going to understand and actually care, they're going to say, hey, I understand. I know you've got things in life that you want to do, and that's perfectly fine. Do what you enjoy. Do what makes you happy. And I'm always going to be here. I've got your back. And I'll be here to help motivate you. But the friends that tell you that, hey, but they're not happy because you're pursuing a certain goal or a passion that you have, that's not a true friend. If they can't be someone that's going to help be there for you, or they can accept that you don't have as much time to spend with them all the time because you are trying to do things in life that you enjoy, then you're better off not even being friends with them. If they're not going to be understanding of something like that, then how are they going to be understanding of more important things in life, or very serious matters when things happen? And so you're going to have to make those commitments. You're going to have to make those sacrifices. You're going to have to make the sacrifice of, you might spend less time with family. You might spend less time with friends. You might spend less time doing these other activities that you enjoy, that are just enjoyment in the moment, to seek these improvement of yourself to be better. But as I said, you have to try to find a balance. Pursue what it is that you enjoy. Do what you enjoy. Whatever your passion is, follow that. But at the same time, have balance in life. Do what you enjoy doing. But don't pursue something so much to the point that you don't have any enjoyment in the process of pursuing that. Even though there may be times during that journey that you might have to give up a bit of happiness in the moment for what you will have in the future. It's all a learning experience. It's all a journey. We're all trying to figure ourselves out and figure out the world around us. And the sacrifices and the commitments that you make, the people that truly care about you and understand, they'll be there for you. And as I said about these sacrifices and commitments I had to make to improve through drawing, I wasn't just born talented. Yes, talent exists, but I think that having the willpower and the commitment and the work ethic and the effort and the sacrifice you make to improve is more important than just being talented. Because you can look back on that and say, I'm proud of where I'm at. I'm proud of what I have worked on. I'm proud of myself that despite the fact that I never felt like I had any talent, I still reached a level to where I'm happy with where I'm at. And the more that I overcame through in life, and the more that I improved, and the more obstacles I got through, that just gives me that much more joy of knowing of how much I could overcome, of what I'm capable of. And if I can get over that, then I feel like I can do anything to improve. I feel like any hobby or passion or something that I have interest in, that I can pursue that and go through that with happiness and enjoyment, even though sometimes it might be difficult. I'll be happy in the journey that I had through those difficult times, and trying to navigate and improve myself. So what commitments are you making? What sacrifices are you making in life to get where you want to be? But remember to have balance. Be in the moment and enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy the process. Because if all you think about is the outcome, you may regret, and years come to pass, the time that you sacrifice with family and friends, the commitment you made, and the time that you will never get back. So think about what it is that you're sacrificing and that you're committing to. If you don't enjoy doing it whatsoever, and if it's not something that you want to do with your life, then you're better off not doing it. Find what it is that you enjoy. Find what it is that you love, that passion that you have that helps you wake up every morning and say, hey, you know what? Even though this is difficult, and it's just, I'm putting myself through so much hard work, just know that through struggle, that makes you a stronger person. And the more that you overcome, you can improve as a person, and you can overcome more obstacles in the future. It's just like if you're training your body and you're working out. As you keep lifting more weight, the weight that you began with feels light. It feels easy. And you think to yourself, why was this so difficult for me? You were challenging your body to strengthen itself and to be a lot stronger than what it was. And so as you went through the process of doing that, those challenges that you had before feel so much easier. And the same goes for other things you do in life. You don't want to run from everything as a challenge or run from everything as difficult, because life will get boring then. It'll be too easy. You won't have anything to push yourself towards or to work towards. So this can also help you if you're stressed, depressed, or going through a hard time. Take all of that stress or that depression or sadness and put that into something that can be creative. It could be music, it could be writing, it could be art and drawing, or it could be something else. It could be weightlifting, singing, writing songs, playing a musical instrument. Whatever the hobby and interest is, channel those things that you feel are holding you back, and just put all that stress, any of that anger and anxiety and depression, channel it through that. And you'll find what your passion is. And then you'll know in life the things that are the most important to you, and what it is that you should make the commitment and sacrifice to improve as a person, and to be better every step of the way. Because at the end of the day, if nobody believes in you, what should really matter is that you believe in yourself. So go out there and make the commitment, make the sacrifice, and don't give up. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. If you have any topics for something you'd like me to discuss in the future, go ahead and let me know about that as well. I'm taking any suggestions about things you want me to talk about, be it a podcast or in a future video. But until then, thank you for listening. Have a good day or a good night wherever you are. I'll see you later.